an experiment that people did in like, I think it was the 70s, where they went to a quote unquote haunted place, but instead of interacting with the spirits that were already there, they created and wrote down, and everyone was on the same page about a fictional character and person that they wanted to be tied to this quote unquote haunted place. They were able to manifest the soul of somebody that never actually existed through their writing.
Got it.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Exactly.
Hi, I'm Em.
And I'm Liv, and we're your meta PsycKicks.
So, today we are going to be going over an idea that was brought to us by a Patreon or patron.
Sandy,
Patron.
thank you. We appreciate you. And if you want to be cool with Patreon and give us ideas like this one that's going to blow your absolute mind, because I'm extremely anxious about it, you should join Patreon. It's really cool. So, Sandy gave us the topic of, do you want me to say it or do you want to say it?
You say it. I'm really confused.
She basically asked us, without reading her request word for word, of, do people that write storybooks or create creative things, are they influenced by spirits or souls while they are doing it? Because a lot of people have said that they feel, quote, guided when they're writing books or whatever it is that they're making artistically. And is it possible, since a lot of energy goes into creating those things, such as storybooks and movies, is it possible to manifest those things into existence and make them real spiritual beings?
This little wooden puppet.
I'm not a puppet. I'm a real boy.
So we first need to understand the two types of manifestation and what could be happening regarding Sandy's question. So manifesting is one type, creating something from nothing. The second type of manifestation is bringing something to you that is already created. Both forms of manifestation deal with energy, because as psychic mediums and the entire universe itself, all we're talking about and everything that is in existence is just energy, whether it be a physical manifestation of it or an energetic spiritual manifestation of it. So the first type of manifestation of creating something from nothing would be equatable to the Big Bang. So for something to be physically compounded energetically into physicality, it would take such immense energy that it would be like the Big Bang. So if you don't know what that is, go look it up. That's what I'm talking about. Second form of manifesting is bringing things to you with your energy. So we talk about manifestation in one of our very, very first videos. It's kind of slept on, but whatever. And that is changing your energy now in order to attract or repel things to you or from you.
It's the law of attraction.
Yes. So those are the two types of manifestation that we're going to talk about in relation to Sandy's question.
If we go into creating things from nothing, we just did a video about dragons where I try to make Liv talk to the first dragon, which I then go into being like, there's this really big scary blue thing, and she's like, that's not a dragon, that's an entire creative realm. And I was like, what do you mean it's a giant creative realm?
So the reason dragons were able to exist spiritually is because humans dreamt of them. They created them within their creative conscious plane.
So our conscious realm of existence would be in the physical realm. So when you're awake and walking around, you are consciously experiencing the physical realm. Mm-hmm. However, we are physical beings with spiritual souls. And that spiritual soul is where we experience like the subconscious realm or the dream realm or this creative plane that we are now talking about. So in that idea, when we go to this creative plane or this creative conscious, we have the ability as spiritual beings to create ideas or thoughts into existence. So if you think about, we talked about fairies last week. Fairies are born from the nature spirits. It is in the same manner that we created dragons. So the nature spirits are the creators of the physical realm. They are the things that literally make up what you see consciously. So, us as spiritual beings, the reason why we exist within the physical realm is because of our physical body. There was energy put into our physical body, and then we put our spirit within the physical body that we're in. So, our creative conscious, it is the collective of our spiritual souls that are put together to create things like dragons. So a lot of energy, it goes into creating something as solid as a dragon, and that would mean that a lot of different souls or people would have to agree or have thought up the same thing in order for a dragon to then become its own spiritual being, which is why dragons have the ability to exist within the creative plane, because that is where they are born from. They are born from human consciousness as our spiritual beings. So they can't necessarily exist in the physical realm until there is energy put into them existing. However, right now, they cannot exist within the physical realm, but exist in this creative plane as a spiritual being. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, so the thing that like explains it the best, I feel like, is when you talk about the wheel. So the creation of the wheel, someone had to think up the creation of the wheel. So someone's thought was in the creative plane. It existed spiritually until we were able to create it in the physical realm. So our energy had to be put into physicality in order to make this thought in the creative plane exist in the physical realm.
Yes.
So that is how dragons came to be. So I still am iffy about the topic because I'm pretty sure Liv is too, because that's a lot. So this spiritual being has come from the creative plane to help explain things to us. And did I draw him on this piece of paper? He looks like this. Let me focus. He looks like this. He's got like striped pants on. They're black and white striped pants. And he's got this like,
Purple,
I don't know,
tux energy
suit thing with tails things.
A three-piece suit because he's a fancy lad.
Yeah. And he's got like this top hat fedora thing on his head. But his body is, he looks almost like a man, but also like smoke. He kind of gives me Scribble Man vibes because he's like not a man, but he's in man clothes. What do you want me to say about him?
You were talking about how dragons are born from the subconscious plane, and he's like, you need to, now that you understand it, he says he can critique you. So please don't be offended that I'm critiquing you.
Okay.
It's not me.
Okay.
So the creative consciousness is different from the subconscious. The creative conscious is the higher plane of existence. The subconscious is the plane where most of us have our dreams.
Yes.
And he wants to explain the difference between the creative conscious and the subconscious realm by saying the subconscious realm is the layer under the creative conscious. And the subconscious realm stays within physicality. However, the creative conscious, since it is higher, is where dragons would be, and it's closer to the spirit realm. Now, he wants to also relate the subconscious realm and how it's different from the creative conscious realm, in that the subconscious realm is that rainbow blending area you were talking about. He said that the difference between the subconscious realm and the creative conscious plane is the difference between lucid dreaming and passive dreaming. You are going to be passively dreaming in the subconscious realm. However, if you reach the creative consciousness, you're going to be in lucid dreaming.
Can you teach me how to lucid dream?
He says no, Einstein can.
What? Wait, can you talk to Einstein?
Hilarious. No, I'm not doing that. I would fangirl too much.
Listen. Is he serious or is he making a joke?
No, he's seriously making a joke because Einstein is known for being able to lucid dream, and he's also a preternatural human, which fucking blows my mind. And
can Einstein teach me how to lucid dream?
It's also hilarious that this man in a top hat from the creative conscious realm that was sent here on behalf of the creative conscious realm, like Freya sending cats to us, is making a joke about Einstein.
I'm trying to talk to Einstein. I don't know if it's working.
Good job. go for it. I think it's hilarious.
I want a lucid dream. What were you saying? There's just a difference between the subconscious realm and the creative plane?
Yeah, the subconscious realm,
Yeah.
since it sits so close to the creative conscious realm, is the difference between lucid dreaming and passive dreaming. If you are passively dreaming, you are going to be influenced by the other things within your dream realm. That would be the subconscious realm. Yes, you can create things there. However, you are not in control of it. You are able to be influenced by other things, whether that be yourself or spiritual things around you, hence nightmares. However, if you are in the creative conscious plane where you can create things in that plane,
that's why you can
are
lucid dream.
lucidly dreaming. Yes.
Because
So
you have control over it. That's fucking
that
weird.
would also be why only
Do you do that?
certain types of mythological creatures have been able to be manifested or understood, because certain people would have to reach the creative conscious instead of being stuck in the subconscious dreaming realm. And Einstein could lucid dream. And what did he do? Made earth-shattering freaking discoveries about whatever. Because he was in the creative conscious plane. So he's not only able to manipulate and understand the physical world in which he resides, but also actively interact with it on a different level.
He says I'm not open enough to get lucid dream.
Einstein?
Yeah.
Einstein lucidly dreamed.
I know, I'm saying.
You.
I'm asking him how to lucid dream.
I
and
thought
he
you were
says-
saying I thought you were talking on his behalf.
No. I mean, I am. But he's not talking about himself. I'm asking him how to lucid dream, and he says I'm not open enough to lucid dream.
Yeah.
I want too much control.
How's that treating you there?
I'm
sister?
trying to catch up. It's really soupy.
Yeah, we're stressed about this video. It's a lot.
So, what happens when you are writing things? Are you creating the characters? Are you manifesting the characters like you would in this creative plane? Or are you seeing characters already existing and are writing about them? What do you think?
The man with the top hat says that you are, because this is like a double-edged sword of explanation. He should,
is.
Yeah, it's like the reverse card from Uno. No matter what way you look at it. So if you are writing something or creating something, whether it be a movie or a book, we're going to focus on books because that's easiest for me and kind of what our patron wanted to focus on. You are technically, according to the man in the top hat, physically creating something in existence. However, it is in the form of words. He's like, so if you want to be silly about it, like a genie, you are creating something or someone or a place in words. So yes, physically, you're doing that. But the most in context to what we're speaking about, so like currently, of writing things or characters or places into existence, not only happens physically, but he says in a energetic way. He says it's not quite spiritual, but in an energy way, it could amass to something equivalent as a little kid's imaginary friend.
Yeah.
Yes. So
That
like
makes sense.
once it's gone, it fizzles out. However, if you create this character in a book and you feel very tied to them, you yourself could manifest them for you in a energetic sense equatable to an imaginary friend.
Yeah, so the way that I see the creative plane is kind of like in Monsters, Inc. They have all of those doors that they store. And when they open the doors, they like get to go into like these weird children's rooms. But it's not just necessarily rooms, but it is like things that people have existed or realms that people have existed. So, for example, Harry Potter is like a very well-known book, movie, series, things like that. But because there wasn't like a lot of things put into it, it is exactly what Liv is talking about, where it's literally just existing on an energetic level. So the way he shows me is it's like you're looking through like a door or a window or whatever, and you see the Harry Potter realm, the Harry Potter like world. However, on the edges, it like fades away because the idea of Harry Potter is going to slowly fade away.
I really like that he's showing you the exact same thing that he's showing me, because
Yeah.
I just wanted to bring up the idea of a pocket dimension.
Yeah.
Because he's
it's
like,
different than a pocket dimension.
He says it can't be a pocket
Yes.
dimension because the sides literally float away like you
Yes.
just freaking described. I can't. He's like, because people that get into this video are going to want to know if it's a pocket dimension like the ones with Ouija board. And Sarah has explained to me that each Ouija board has some sort of place in which spirits come to on the other side of it to manipulate it. And he's like, no, those are much more solidified than what M is talking about. Like, when things pixelate out of existence, that's what he's showing me.
Yeah, it's like memories that fade away in your head.
I can't. That's so weird.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the last part was, can things spiritually influence you?
So when you are creating art, you can be manipulated by your spirit guides or by other spiritual beings.
Yeah, or human souls that are connected to you. You can be. Are you always being manipulated by those things? No, let's be clear. You
Yes
do have
and
your,
no.
You do have
I'm
your
sorry,
free... I know. But the people that we're talking about are not going to be able to do that. They're going to automatically click off if they haven't now. You can be manipulated by them. You do have your free will. You are... Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. You are a physical being. Everything around you is true and valid. On a physical level, existence is fine. Liking pizza and wine and ice cream and like watching... I don't know. They're telling me the Big Bang Theory because that's funny.
Wow, you're ridiculous. That was so Gojo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine. However, when you are creating things, whether that be a book, pottery, a movie, a script, a play, you can be influenced by spiritual beings to help create those things. And that can be linked to your spiritual path, like what you're actually supposed to do in this life, whether this is supposed to be successful or not successful, and the lessons and things that you're supposed to learn when you do this act. So it can be spiritually fueled and or manipulated on a physical level as well. Did we completely lose you yet? Are you like crying in the corner, rocking and like sucking your thumb? Because that's what I want to be doing right now. It's a lot.
So the last topic would be bringing things to you. So
Oh, yeah.
the law of attraction is the other kind of manifestation. So if you're watching scary movies and then you start having weird, unexplained things happening to you, it's probably because your energy is matching that of what is being attracted to you. So if you are scared, you are putting scared energy out into the universe, and scared energy is going to come back to you.
Yes.
However, I do want to ask, if you're watching like a paranormal movie and there are true stories, is the actual scary being from that location coming to you, or is another dark spiritual thing coming to you?
It can be both.
Okay.
Yeah. So like when we did our Lizzie Borden video, we were talking about Lizzie Borden, and that is enough to bring the spirits to me if they so choose, because I don't dictate who I talk to. It's just thought, because thought is energy and existence. So if I ask, okay, Em did research on the Lizzie Borden house and she wants me to talk to the Lizzie Borden people and figure out who the actual axe murderer is, that is enough to bring them to me if they so choose to give me information. So if you are watching a scary movie that's based on real events, you can be scared and that will bring weird dark things to you because they're like, this is a buffet of energy in which I need, and it's great. So like watching The Conjuring in your physical existence might be cool, but it's like...
Every time I go to a horror film, there's always dark things there. Yeah. Because for me, even before I realized I was a psychic medium, I would get this weird feeling and it's like spiders crawling up my arm, and then when I met my one friend who was also a medium, I explained her this feeling and she was like, oh, that's just them. And I was like, who the is them? She was like, them. The dark things. They're feeding off your energy. It's not a big deal. I was like, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's like mosquitoes, you know? So, that can also happen. Oh, but also like, well, yeah, I answered that with Lizzie Borden. The things that are actually being talked about in the video will
come to you, but it's not always the case.
Yeah.
So, if you guys are interested in this topic, we're going to talk about it more in depth in our podcast, so make sure to check that out. However, in our next video, I don't know what we're going to be talking about, but it's gonna be cool. And if you want to know what we're going to be talking about, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
We are your PsycKicks. Danny, that's for you.
Join Patreon. It's in the description below. These are our patrons.
God. Thank you for helping me tackle it, because I was trying really hard to do it in my head last night, and I was like,
God,
this
yeah.
is too much.
Well, honestly, it's just this weird man that's here telling us about what to talk about.
Yeah, that's very true. I said thank you, and he rolled his hat down his hand like lives past life. Oh.
So,
I just asked him if he was gonna stay, and he went like this and like disappeared in a puff of purple smoke. And then